It's gonna take a lot of love.
Good afternoon. This is Through the Static, and I am your host, Stephen the Medium, and I have a very handsome co-host with me named.
Who's that? That would be me. Handsome? Are you kidding me? That's moi.
I was going
Coochie
to say
legs.
Jeff, and just see where we went with that. That could have been a whole show if I started with Jeff. So,
Yeah, I like to
um,
see where you're gonna go with that. Not to Provincetown this weekend, that's for sure.
So, so welcome everybody. Good afternoon. You know what? It's the end of the month. It's the last Friday of the month. So guess what? Through the Static is back, and you know what? That music gets me every time. Every time I hear that music, and I hear Nicolette singing "A Lot of Love," which is such a perfect theme for this show. I do. I get a little chills, get goose pimples, and you know, Felix, we just finished doing a Facebook Live. I think Mark, our producer, was going to have cardiac arrest because we cut it so close to get here and get back, on the show. But don't you miss doing the Facebook Lives before the show?
Uh, yeah, I always do. I
It's
love
just
doing them before the show. Yes.
it's so great to like sort of see everybody pop on, and you never know. Listen, this show is about doing readings. So one person that popped on Facebook Live, soon as I saw her name, I just gave her some information, and she validated and what's going on. And Spirit is ready. Spirit is always ready to whoever comes across my path, or even better yet, anybody who comes across your path. You'd be able to get signs. Everybody forgets about that, and everybody gets wrapped up in life and technology and how crazy it is. And when you're in that place, it's hard to see signs. But before I continue, or I digress to find out, Coach Helix,
I
what's going
digress.
on with you? Tell us
Well,
everything about you.
well, no. What I was saying in the live is that I am in failing health. Have been over the last several weeks. I'm starting to feel somewhat better. I've had a stomach issue with vomiting, two events, one about what 4 or 5 weeks ago, and then another one last week. And and I thought it was food poisoning or maybe a virus, but now I'm not quite sure because it's not like we've both been eating the same thing, and I'm the only one getting sick. But recently, our town had an E. coli outbreak, so now I'm starting to wonder if I was infected with E. coli, and that's what I'm dealing with. But any of you who have experienced stomach issues, it's really it makes you feel really bad you know, throughout the whole process. Even now, 5 days later, I still feel pretty uncomfortable. So, but
You
other
know,
than
you know,
that, I'm doing great. Yeah. What were you
I
gonna
was going
say?
to say, Elix, about what you're talking about, the E. coli. That's one thing that we're different because you drink water constantly. You never see Elix without that water. Um, not
Bottle.
container. Yeah, water.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, water bottle, right? But you
Kidding.
use. Hey, listen, I already got spirit talking to me, so I can't think. Uh,
Okay.
but you take it. You get ice and you get water from the faucet. So and that's where the issue was, which I don't do that. So that also could be also part of it. But you never know. It could be anything, and hopefully you'll speak to your doctor soon. And but the good thing is at least you're feeling a little bit better, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's every day. I mean, I've been taking when I spoke to my doctor the first time this happened, he suggested that I take Prilosec and cultural. Is
Yes.
that what? Yeah,
Yes.
probiotic. And he actually asked me to double the dose, so take it twice a day. So I've been doing that, and that helps somewhat. But I just don't feel 100%. Especially when I eat, even if I eat light, I haven't been eating heavy anything, And what is it that you told me the other day not to have any red sauce or anything
Oh
like?
yes, anything that's acidic is definitely
Exactly.
not good for you.
So
So
I'm avoiding stuff like that. But even if I eat, like I ate white rice the other day, immediately after I eat, I just feel like really off. But so far, I haven't had more vomiting, so I'm crossing my fingers that I'm on the mend.
I am sure you are, Elix.
Yeah.
And I forgot to say this at the beginning of the show, switching subjects. Today's theme is for all the newbies, as I said on Facebook Live, virgins. I'm taking phone calls only from people who have never had a reading with me. So, and I'm going to ask when you do get on the phone with me, if you've ever had a reading with me, because I love everybody. I rarely do this and just want new people, but it's just to give people opportunities that if they like to call and have never had a reading with me, can have a brief reading via the phone. So just make sure you keep that in mind. And I'm sure next time we'll just continue the normal way, and you can call Thursday night and wait until Friday at 1 o'clock to speak to me. So, and it will all be good. But I think this is good. This is, it also sometimes opens up people that have never had a reading at all and just feel like they need that little push. And maybe it's almost like a calling for them. Like they hear like, oh, he's only doing new people. So, that's pretty good. So I think, let's
Like,
for
like
everyone.
like like I said to you earlier, that a lot of people, you do get a lot of feedback that people try calling and they cannot get through. So hopefully this gives an opportunity to those new people that cannot get through. So
Yeah, I mean, I think so, and I know everybody that has had readings with me, and are very respectful, and will absolutely get that. But I know that people love getting readings, right? I mean, even before I knew I was a medium, I would be the one calling all the time and want a reading because things change all the time, and that's the great thing is that you could have a reading once a week, and spirit would have something different to say because your life is changed in a week for something or somehow or somewhere or some validation. So, but speaking of validations, Elix, let me tell everybody that next week I start my two new virtual classes. One is an introductory class. It's called a very different mediumship introductory class. That class is amazing. Doesn't cover it because it starts. It's not the. I don't think it's the boring like learning every single piece of terminology under the spirit umbrella. It really is just the meat and potatoes of the person that feels like they're connected and they want to home in on their gift, or a person that just wants to see more signs, or a person that doesn't feel anything, that just wants to be able to connect more to spirit. It's a great um, course, and I also do individual assessments because I think it's really important when you start off in an introductory course is that what your dominant way of connecting to spirit is. And there's way
hmm
many, we go through this in the course, but there's many different ways, whether you hear or see or just feel or just know or you smell. There's many things that you can connect to with your loved ones in spirit. But it goes more than that because it really teaches you, and it's a really quick switch or change of the switch, but people, as easy and quick as it is, people just don't get it. So I teach people how to flip that switch to be able to see the signs, which is really great. That starts March, oh my God, August 28th, and which is Monday, and it's for 5 weeks. It's 2 hours. You get the recordings, you get the materials, and then on Wednesday, the 30th, I do my advanced part one advanced class for people that have taken the other classes too, and some people that haven't taken my classes but have taken other classes or just feel like they're at that level of the advanced. So I'm really excited about it, and the advanced class is really cool too because I think I said this, Helix, maybe on your show. I think like 80% of the people that started with me in the introductory class took the first part of the intermediate, took the second part of the intermediate, and now are in the first part of the advanced. All the same people. So
yeah. Well, and I was gonna say, if you are thinking about doing the class, if you know that you want to explore more about your spirit connection, uh, I see in your classes, and I think what you do that is really awesome is you keep them relatively small, and so that creates a very intimate environment, and also very interactive. So it's not like you're just they're there, and they don't get to ask questions. They don't get no. It's very it's intimate. So it's not like you have 300 people, but it's very interactive, and I think that's really awesome for anyone that is thinking about doing it.
Gracias. And even the angels approve. I just heard an angel got their wings. Did you hear that ding? I don't know what that was.
That's
But in any case,
an angel did get their wings.
thank you for saying that, Elix. And when because I didn't know I was a medium as a young child, I didn't have any signs. I had absolutely no idea. When I did find this out as an adult, and I think it's way different as an adult, because you're conditioned not to have this, or I was conditioned not to have it because I didn't think I had it. So it was very awkward for me to start trying to like reach out to people. Of course, Elix was part of the whole journey because we're with each other and my best friends and stuff like that. But anybody else, and it was just a couple of times I had a medium over to the house and spoke to at the end of the readings and just said this is what I'm feeling, and I was completely dismissed by this medium. Just the world's changing and the stars are moving and this should go away. Another medium said, just tell him to go away. That's two true stories from two mediums.
Yeah.
So I just always said to Elix, when I get to a place that I understand enough to be able to teach, I want to make sure that it's a safe place in the classes. My classes are like 10 maximum, so the advanced one I think only has one spot open left, and the introductory 3, I think, I can't remember. In any case, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't also because it's 5 weeks. 5 weeks go by very fast, and I just wanted to make sure all the pertinent information that people can not only learn but can utilize after the class is done to go back on it and just use it as a reference. And one big D. I can't speak Elix. One biggie for me is that I always tell people too that take my classes at any point. You got me. You got me for life. If you have questions, if you are curious about something or something's happening, you just shoot me an email. So that's me. That's what Steven's all about, right, Felix?
Yes, I'm on many, many other things. And if we only had, hours, we could talk a lot about what you're all about. That actually would be, we should do a special about what Stephen the Medium is all about. That would be fascinating to many people.
Elix, that's kind of interesting you said that, because before COVID, one of the things I was thinking about doing, and I think I brought this to you, was like really behind the scenes, like not really focus on the mediumship piece, not just Stephen, but just focus on the mediumship piece and how I go about from beginning to end connecting to spirit. Where does it start? Does it start with meditation? Do I smudge? Like, are there different parts of the morning or afternoon or day? And how do I get there? And if I'm not doing a reading for anybody, do I still connect? All that kind of stuff I think is, I would think would be interesting, but I guess if I put it together, and I would know if people sign up, right?
Yes.
That would be a big surprise.
Yeah. But one thing I was gonna say, Stephen, is we are thinking about talking about behind the scenes. We are gonna start doing a live on YouTube every Sunday.
That was going to be like a big announcement at the end of the show. But you and the angel that got wings, that boga just goes. That's mouth.
I am the angel. So maybe we should take a commercial break.
Yeah, well, we have to. And you know what? Get ready, 508-222-1320. If you have never had a reading with me, this is your time. Call in. It's free. You get a reading. I'll connect you to your loved ones. So we will be right back. Good afternoon. This is Stephen the Medium, and you're listening to Through the Static. I have my wonderful co host with me.
Coach Elix.
Coach Elix is in the house. I'm going to start taking calls, but before I do, I have to give the biggest shout out to happy birthday to my grandma Rose. My grandma Rose is I don't have a description for her. I never met her, but she is with me from morning till night, and I love that woman more than anything. So just wanted to give that shout out. So let's go to the first caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this? Hello. 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 Oh,
There
maybe,
seems
maybe
to be
it's
somebody there, but
maybe
they're
it's
probably
maybe
afraid.
maybe Spirit's calling me, and I gotta Hi, who's this? It's Anna. Oh, hi Anna. How are you? Good. Okay, Anna, your mother's here. No, I'm kidding. Mark, let's go to the next caller. I don't know what happened. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Should I do it?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Who's this?
This is Zach.
Zach?
Yeah.
Hey, Zach. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good too, Zach. I love your energy. So Zach, if you're up to it, I'm gonna just get right into this. Okay?
I'm down, man. Let's let's get it going.
I love it, Zach. So listen, first of all, Zach, 10. I keep hearing 10, 10. So there's something connected with you, either you, mom, dad, siblings, in October, because October is the 10th month, like a birthday or an anniversary, or the 10th of a month. So there's something 10, and there is a really, wow, there's a lot here, Zach. Grandmother. There's a grandmother that starts first, but I can't tell if she's. You have one grandmother who's passed?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, I thought it was just one. She's telling me that you this is odd. Is this your dad's mom?
No, this is my mom's mom.
So okay, so you got this is wild. You've got a great grandma on dad's side, but let me focus on. It's kind of funny. I just said Ann. Zach, who's the A? Who's the Anna or Ann or Anthony connected to you? The A name.
My friend Anthony. He's right here next to me right now.
Oh my God! I love how your grandmother's just giving. It's like she's calling you out, like who you're sitting with. Anthony's next to you. That's pretty wild. So, but your grandmother also, Zach, just said you gotta. There's some celebration or birthday or anniversary really close, like 2 weeks back or 2 weeks forward. Is someone like leaving for school?
Nah, nah.
Wait,
I think no. There's no.
so it's
I don't think the number 10 is a date. I think it's more. I think it's more of like a personal like age.
wow, a personal age. I'm not really sure what that means, but if you understand why your grandmother yelled out 10, just it's maybe it's something that you need to know and hear, and maybe it's somebody. Wait a minute. Um, you have siblings?
I do. I do.
Is there is there a young person in spirit?
What do you mean by that?
Like you have a sibling who's passed away?
No, no, not a sibling.
Well, let me just tell you that there's someone young that's very close to you, and just I keep feeling like hugs to Zach. Like in when you just said when you connected me with the 10, somebody in spirit stepping forward, but they're younger. I don't like I don't know like the reference, but like 20 or younger. It could be 20, it could be 15, it could be 10, it could be 6. There's some connection there, and they went like faster, unexpected. Is this like a family member or a friend that you're aware of?
Yeah, I had a friend that passed away.
Got it. Um, he?
Yeah,
So you got to know. Did he know Anthony?
he did.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, me, him, and Anthony used to be close friends.
Yeah, I knew it. That's why. That's why it's him yelling out Anthony. So he wants to include Anthony because he knows Anthony's just sitting there. Your grandmother is a trip, though, Zach, because your grandmother just looked at me and said, "Hey, that was my connection." I'm like, ah, well, he's taking it from you. So, and I love Zach how he's stepping forward and just wants to let you know that he hasn't missed anything. He's with you guys all the time, and he just said, Steven, I want to be very clear on this. Zach and Anthony are the freaks, not me. They're the freaks. I just went along with it, but they're really the freaks, especially Zach. I
I'm
love
glad.
how he wants to meet. What was that?
I said I'm glad he's happy up there. I haven't.
I was just about to say, Zach, you took it out of my mouth. I was about to say that all he wants to do and say things to make both of you smile. Who's the G or J name? The John, Jim? Why do I keep hearing the GJ name?
Jada. That's yeah, Jada.
But who's Jada, Zach?
Jada Jada is his sister, who I'm
Oh,
very close with.
got it. Well, let me just tell you something. He just said to me, the birthday or anniversary is connected probably maybe to him or family. There's something. Someone just did a celebration 2 weeks back, 2 weeks forward, Zach. So it's either you, it's either Anthony, or it's either Jada's family. So just make sure also you keep it
Yeah,
with you, okay?
went to the block 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks forward.
What was that?
I'm sorry. I was thinking about something. I think I know what the 2 weeks is. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure 2 years ago, before he passed away, me, him, and Anthony actually went to Block Island, like probably 2 weeks from now.
Wow,
So that
I
might
love
be what you're talking about. But
I
it's
love
not a
that.
10, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I love that. I love the validation because that's one of the celebrations. Something that was great, and he just said thank you, Anthony. So I heard Anthony. I think Anthony was like, I love you two. You're like conferencing in each other. Like, yeah, that's it. That's it. So, where's the tattoo come in?
Tattoo of what?
He's yelling out the tattoo. You guys have tattoos? Come on.
Nah.
Zach, there's somebody got a tattoo for him, or is thinking about getting a tattoo. It's in memory, and he's talking about something with I can feel it on my arm. It may not even be there yet. Someone's doing something with a tattoo, or it may not be for him. It may just be a tattoo for somebody. But I'm telling you, it's for something. And he also just said that one of you two, did you two, either one of you just switch jobs or do something with money?
No, not recently.
So when you say not recently, like in the last couple of months, neither you or Anthony just like switched jobs or thinking about switching jobs?
No.
Well, listen, he's saying something about it feels like because it feels like it's a bonus or more money coming in, and it felt like either switching jobs or promotion. Just make sure you hang on to it. Who also is the Bill or Bob or Barbara, the B name, Brian? This is for you,
Uh,
Zach. So just keep it with you. If it doesn't come, it's either somebody
wait,
living or somebody crossed.
is it Blanche?
What was that?
Is it Blanche?
Wow, Blanche. I would have never got that name. Who's Blanche?
You tell me.
Well, listen, based on that name, the only thing I can think of is Golden Girls with Blanche, but it has to be somebody, probably grandma. It's got to be that up sort of up there. But when you just said you tell me and I said grandmother, your grandmother just yelled out Mary, Mike, Marie, an M name also. It's just listen, Zach and Anthony. It's just a great way to let you guys know. Everybody in spirit stepping forward, and your friend, your best friend, is really, really excited about. He just keeps talking about Lance, Lion, an L. There's got to be an L connection to him too. So just make sure also you keep it with you. And why does he keep talking about the sport like a ball, like baseball, football? Did one of you
Football.
play
Football.
football?
Um, that was the sport.
Got it. And he just kept saying like there's something very important about a ball. I don't know if someone signed it or someone has his football, or I don't know what this is, but there's something very, very important with the ball. And he just said he cannot believe that neither one of you are getting the tattoo. Just saying, Zach, keep it with you. And make sure, Zach, you keep the 10 with you, because I'm telling you, it may not be connected to him, but there's either October or the 10th of a month. There's something with 10, unless you know what it is. As you mentioned, maybe it's an age. So also keep that with you. Zach, I got to take a break. Listen, you and Anthony, thank you for calling. I hope you have a great day, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. And we will be right back. Good afternoon and welcome back to Through the Static. I am your host, Stephen the Medium. And listen, I was just thinking about that phone call, which just gave me goosepimples. The fact that, Zach calls me, his friend is sitting next to him, and the third friend, who's in spirit, comes barging in and gives me Anthony because he knows Anthony's sitting next to Zach, which I don't know, is just brilliant. It's amazing. And I said to Elix, Elix texted me and said, you got another call. And I was trying to move along, and I said to Elix, it's not in my control, because this young kid was like, I've been waiting to talk to my besties. Like, I've been waiting. And if you get rid of them, I'm just going to keep talking, and it's not going to have anything to do with the next call. And that never happens, but it's just the love that this kid has for his friends. So, Zach, thank you for calling. Anthony, thank you. And thank you, guys. Let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this? Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hello.
Hi.
This is Elena. Hello.
Yes. Hi. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, Stephen. Hi to Alex. I'm glad he feels better.
Oh,
Thank
that is very, very
you.
sweet. That's very sweet.
Thank
And
you.
your name is Elena?
Elena Malnikov. I'm calling from Naples, Florida.
Oh, Elena, well, thank you for calling from Naples, Florida. So let me connect on what is going on here with you. So, Elena, is your father in spirit? Has he passed away?
Yes, yes.
So the reason why
He
I asked that is
passed away on in 2013.
so know that he was the first that wanted to step forward. He's very very excited. But let me ask you something, Elena. Did he pass away when he was like in his 60s or younger?
He was a little bit older, like in his 80s,
Oh no. So
like
the
early
reason why
80s.
the reason why I asked that, Elena, is because there's your dad stepping forward, but there's another male that when sometimes males just or spirit steps forward and they say that they're, oh wait a minute, it's a brother or a brother-in-law. Did you lose a brother or a brother-in-law?
Um, Not that I can think of.
There's, I mean, I guess it could be your father's brother, would be an uncle, but he just said, um, oh, he's not really making me feel like it's your uncle. He keeps making me feel he's a brother, but it's very, very closely connected to you. So do you have a significant other?
Yes, it might be my mom who had an abortion. It was a boy, but I was older, like 15 years old. That was
Oh,
a real big tragedy.
oh, Elena. So this was your mom's child.
Yes.
Wow, so that's him. It's him. He would not let me go to like the dad's level. He kept like going right next to you and sort of like pushing next to you and holding your arm, Elena. So know that he's so excited that he gets to do this and said she my sister does think of me more than she realizes she does. So he just wants to give that as also as a validation. And it's funny, Elena, because he also just said your brother also just said you also have like a birthday or an anniversary. I don't know if this is for somebody living or past, but there's something really close, like 2 weeks back, 2 weeks forward. Also, something really
Y-
close.
Yes, I turned 65 on July 16th this year.
Wow! Happy birthday! I love
Thank
it.
you.
Happy
And
birthday!
happy birthday to your Grandma Rose.
Thank you. I love that they're also all yelling happy birthday, but I will tell you, there's something even sooner or closer than your birthday. It's even closer. Something is connected to the anniversary of death or birthday, but just keep it with you because it's not just your birthday. There's something even closer. So just make sure you hang on to that. But Elena, you're who's the mother energy? Is mom is here?
Mom is alive. Yes, she's
I
here.
thought so because I didn't hear her. So it's got to be a grandmother that's stepping. Oh, wait a minute. Do you have a mother-in-law who's in spirit?
Yes, yes.
I, you know,
She's
I wait.
ex-mother. She's ex-mother-in-law.
Got it. So, I thought I was going to the grandmother level, but she pulled me back and said mother. So I sort of thought it was a mother-in-law. I got to tell you, Elena, that she steps forward and says, I don't wanna take up a lot of time for Elena. I don't think she would think that I would even come through, but I just want to tell her how how awesome she is, and just in spirit, I just have this
Oh,
different perspective of what an amazing woman and strong soul she is. And from her perspective, Elena, it just feels like she didn't tell you that enough. So she wants to say that now. She just wants to make sure you're
yes.
reminded
She's my
how.
stepmother.
What was that?
My stepmother. She's my stepmother.
Got it. She just wants to make sure you get that and keep that with you. Where does the Frank come in, or Francis? There's Fred, Frank. Why do I keep hearing like there's nobody like living or crossed, Elena, that's connected to you, or maybe your ex or your current, like a Frank? Oh,
Frank, I don't know a person by Frank. My husband Michael is
Oh,
the one.
don't tell me the names, Elena. Don't tell me the names.
Oh,
But you know what? Keep this with you. There's like a Franklin. It's not. I just heard it's not a person. It's a place or a street, like Franklin something or Frank.
mhm.
I don't know what this is, but it's a town, a city, a place you go to, a street. Just make sure you hang on to it because she's giving that as a validation. And also, your there is a grandmother stepping forward also, but she keeps talking about the A middle name. Your middle name's not an A?
Um, no, it's G.
Okay, so try not to give me that info because I like them to do the work. I know people get all excited, Elena. I know, but someone's got an A middle name or a maiden name. There's an A in the middle of two names, so I think it's a way that your father, grandmother are giving that also as um, a, a, a validation. You know, you said you're in Naples, Florida, Elena. There's also um there's a recent crossing connected to you, like within 15 months or less. Did you lose like a friend or a family member?
Yes, my husband, my
Oh
late
my.
husband.
So that's he. Oh wow. You know, oh my God. So that's the younger male. So I got it. So he's also making sure you stepped forward and said, you know how um she 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 would she my wife would think I'd be the first to step forward, Stephen. So and I said, listen, you've been here, but he's been very emotional, and
Yes,
is just he's crying, very emotional, and also just keeps saying, I she knows, my wife knows I'm with her all the time. She feels
yes,
me, but she wants more. She wants to make sure she knows that I'm here. And please, Stephen, tell her. I don't know what it is with the eyes, Elena.
yes, yes. I have a camera, a ring camera. We're talking with Michael through the ring camera, and I know that all the time he's here because the camera is blinking once for yes and twice for no. But we are all the time in connection to the energy of the camera.
Wow, Elena, so you get it. I love that. That's why your husband's talking about that. And I love how he uses the eye as the eye of the camera as opposed to the just a regular eye, which is
Yes,
pretty wild. Um, he just also keeps talking about the flowers, the roses. There's something with
yes.
roses or flowers.
Yes, for 30 years he had like 50 roses, red roses for my birthday, for our anniversaries, for everything. All my friends, our students, Katrina Kuza was Michael's piano student, and for many years. And the roses are so significant that all our friends are still reminding me of how Michael had all those roses for me.
I love it. And I got to tell you, Elena, he's not just bringing them up as a validation. He's telling me, tell her right now I'm handing her roses. I'm giving her roses now. And, you know, Elena, keep this with you, too. Your husband just said, Elena, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the strong person, woman you are. He said, and I just want to make sure you know that I support everything that you do. I don't know why he keeps talking about the car or the license plate.
Yes, because I gave it as a legacy to my stepdaughter, Anna. So I wasn't supposed to do that. It was a brand new car, but I decided not to sell it out, but give it to her. And
Wow.
so he's proud of that, and I'm
Oh
proud
my
of it
God.
too.
He's more. Elena, I couldn't say just proud. It's more than that. It's just he's in awe of you, and he just said, you know, Stephen, what we had was one of those things that when I first saw her, I knew, and that was it. And we were together, and he just said, Elena, the moment I passed away, the moment I crossed over, I grabbed your hand, and I'll never let your hand go. But he also talks about the hand holding. I don't know if you held his hand a lot, but I
Yes,
just or when he was crossing, but I just keep feeling like he's holding your hand now and then, like both.
yes, very true, Very true. We were not two people, we were one. We were so close for almost 30 years. It's unbelievable. Both musicians, both serving in churches as musicians. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. But he became very sick and he had to go.
And you know something? One thing as you were just talking, and he's smiling and crying at the same time because he loves that you're getting these validations, and that he just said to me, Stephen, tell her too that she doesn't have to be talking to a medium for me to be around her all the time. He said because I am around her all the time, and he also keeps talking. Well, he said two things. He said, um um. I told you about he supports all the decisions that you make, but he also keeps talking about at nighttime on your bed. I don't know if he just makes me feel like something is on the bed that is connected to him, or I don't know what this is, Elena. I don't know if this is a particular
Yes,
pillow, like
it's his pillow still on the bed and will be always there. And I have a icon of Archangel Michael facing me when I go to bed next to the lamp. And
wow.
I'm praying all the time because I think Michael is in with Archangel Michael and his kingdom of angels.
I love that. I love that. And you know what? I'll tell you, Elena. That's I forgot what he said, but this is what he said. Thank you, thank you, thank you for never making me feel like I was a burden, and you always made me feel, even when being sick, that I was normal. I was okay. He said, "This
Yes,
is the most precious woman," he said, "that you'll ever talk to, Stephen." And he just keeps hugging and thanking you and saying, "I love you, I love you, I love you." And he just said, and I have to go because I have to take a break, Elena. Watch the birds.
yes,
He said, "Watch the birds."
yes.
The
Yes,
birds.
I know. The red cardinals. He's always showing me. Oh, Stephen, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
And welcome back. This is Through the Static. I am your host, Stephen the Medium, with my co-host,
Coach Felix.
Okay, so I have limited time. Let me go right to the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this? Hello.
Hi, this is Diane.
Hi, Diane. How are you?
Oh my gosh, hello.
I'm so excited I get to talk to you, Diane.
I'm so excited I get to talk to you too. Hello, Alex.
Yeah,
I miss you
here.
guys.
He's here somewhere, Diane. So let me tune in right away. Diane, you're interesting because as soon as I tune into your energy, there's males around. I just in spirit. I mean, of course you've got females too, but you get a really strong male presence around. And now let me say, there's two guys here. Is your father in spirit?
My father is in spirit, yes.
Okay, so he's stepping forward, but then there's another younger male who's on one side of you too, and I keep hearing Marie or Mark or
Mark.
And who's Mark?
Mark is my husband.
Wow, so in spirit.
Yes.
So he's he's got the best sense of humor, Diane, because he just
He
said
does.
to me, I cannot believe you said Dad was here before me. Just saying, and your father is laughing. They're having a very good time. But the great thing, Diane, about both of them, and let me just tell you that, as I mentioned, you've got a lot of others here, but your dad and Mark have sort of tag teamed to just kind of like prevent anyone else from coming through. Mark said, I'm an easy one. All she wants to hear from is me. And your father said, me too. So
Yeah.
Diane, just know that Mark, I don't know, I'm not really sure. Was Mark really into like cutting grass or the landscape or flowers? Or is that your father? Is that you?
It's me.
There's something. Did you say that's you?
Me. With gardens and flowers. Yes.
Yes. So Mark
Yes.
just said, let me ask you something. Is there a flower or something, I don't know, that was planted for, like, with the two of you together or for him? Or was there, I don't know if this is for your dad, if this was for Mark?
For Mark, we planted a lilac tree
Wow.
and put his ashes in a biodegradable urn with lilacs infused.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God, Diane, I love this. I love that your husband
Yeah.
is giving that as a validation, and so excited that he got to bring that up and let you know. But he's practical too, because he also just looked at me and said, she does know she doesn't need you, right? Like I have a direct line to her. I'm like, of course she does. But I love Mark because he's just he's like what I said, I think previously to Elena in the previous call. Like, you were just everything for him or to him. It's all about you. And I got to tell you, Diane, he may not be in the physical world anymore, but it's still all about you. That's just what it's about. He also talks about, and I know like people connect with like cardinals and whatnot, but I love that Mark talks about a different kind of bird, like a hawk or a crow, or it's not the typical cardinal. You may have cardinals around, but just keep that with you, because he wants to make sure if he brings it up, it means that within the next couple of days, there's going to be something with a big bird that either squawks at you, Diane, when you walk out of the house, or something like that. And he keeps moving the ring around, the ring. Are you still wearing the ring, the wedding ring?
I have his wedding ring on my car mirror, with a little charm. Yeah.
I love it.
I wore it for a long time. And then
I love that. I love that you still have it. He just kept rolling it around. But he also just said that someone changed something, a piece of jewelry, or is thinking about changing something.
I did. I put my diamond on a necklace.
Oh my God, Diane! If this isn't like a great validation that Mark is watching every single thing that's going on with you. And I have another caller, and I'm running out of time, so I got to leave you with that. But Diane, lots of love to you. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you so much, Stephen.
Alrighty, bye-bye. And let me go to the next caller.
Hello,
Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
this is Jenny.
Jenny. Um, Jenny, wow, you got a lot of energy, man. You are very, very connected, Jenny. Um, let me just quickly ask you: do you know you're really connected?
I do. Yeah,
My God,
I've
when
been told. Yeah.
yeah, wow, yeah. I mean, I love how you say that so so nonchalantly. Yeah, I've been told you are way connected. Like when I don't see this a lot, but when I see sort of like angel wings behind the person I'm talking to, that means that you are really, really connected. And I love that. I don't even know yet, and I'll tell you who's here. But I love that someone's just saying that over the past couple of years, you're sort of digging into who Jenny is, like your connection to spirit and just life, because
Yes.
there was a big change. Did was there a recent crossing?
A friend of mine. Yes.
Um, but this was a close friend.
Pretty close. Yes. Just a few months ago.
Let me just tell you that that energy from your friend is now with you, and I just keep hearing everybody just talk about they love the fact that they're on the in spirit because they get to see where you're going, what's happening. What's with the healthcare or nurse or something like that?
I actually used to be a CNA for
Wow.
years.
So that's the healthcare piece. There's a really strong. Well, there's a mom and a dad energy. So either mom, dad, grandmother, grandfather, but very, very strong. But let me go to the dad. Is your dad here?
No, he's passed.
Has he been passed for a long time?
Yeah, 17 years.
Yeah, that would be long. He just keeps he keeps regretting not being with you after 17 years. But he also keeps. Did he live not close to you, or did you guys at some point live far away?
Um, kind of far away. Yeah. I mean, in
The,
the
the
same
reason
state, but
I don't think that's it. It's something, Jenny. Keep this with you. When they show me this particular sign, it means either there's a distance, either geographically or relationship wise. So it doesn't necessarily have to be with your dad and you, but your father's talking about somebody pulled away or something. Um, I don't. You have siblings, right?
I do.
Are there three of you or three others?
Uh, Three of us.
Got it. Your dad's just started giving me the inventory as I'm talking to him. I think that maybe it's one of your siblings that lives far away or something. I don't know what this is, but your dad is giving that as a validation. And well, Jenny, I hate this because there's so much with you, and I have to end because I'm running out of time. But I will tell you, there's also something with the ring.
Um,
A
okay.
ring was passed down, or something very specific with the ring. I keep hearing.
That would be my grandmother or my Uncle Billy. I have both of theirs rings
Did
that
you
were passed
say
down.
Uncle Billy?
Yes.
Wow, I love it, Jenny. Leave it to you, the one that's so connected that today is, I said it's my grandmother's birthday, but it's also my anniversary of my dad's passing, who's Billy. And I just love that you just gave me a validation. So, Jenny, wow, you are crazy connected, way more connected than you have any idea. And I love that. I get a little animated because when I get to speak to people like you, I'm like, get very excited, like, oh my God. I'm talking to your loved ones. I'm like, does she know? And they're like, no. So I love it. I love it, Jenny. And I wish I could keep going, but I've got to end. I got to leave you with that because I'm out of time. Jenny, thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great, great day.
You
Thank you. So, Elix, as always, this just flew by.
I know. I love that we ended with Billy.
I cannot believe that I started with Grandma Rose, and as
Yeah.
you know, Elix, it's Grandma Rose and my father's anniversary, but I didn't say anything about my dad. And when she ever said at the last call, Uncle Billy, I'm like, oh come on, thank you, Dad. I love it. I love it. So Elix, tell everybody what's going on, what you want to say, where they can
Uh,
find you.
well, they can find me at Coach Helix. If you're not following me, you should be following me. Please find me at Coach Helix on any social media platform. Also, listen to my show. Get a grip with Coach Helix every Friday at 1 p.m. Same time. We share the same space. So the following week, it's my turn. And let's see what else. You're going to talk about our upcoming weekly lives.
Well, I'm going to. I don't have enough time, so I have a plan. So I'll talk to you after this show so that we can give a big announcement, which I'm sure everyone's going to love. I know I'm excited about it. And I just want to thank Mock, who is the producer of our show. And he's got his show right after my show or Elix's show every Friday from 2 to 4, Mock's Jukebox. Check it out. And big shout out to the Girl Scouts. They're there. They're coming in, or they're there in the studio, which is kind of cool. And I'm hoping that they leave a. Is it Girl Scout cookie time? Because who doesn't love Girl Scout cookies, right?
Is it? I don't
I don't
know.
know. I don't know. So listen, I do my show the last Friday of the month. Next month, September, as I mentioned, I think in Facebook Live, and now I have a tooth procedure that day. So we'll figure something out how I'm going to fit in, and then I'll just give it an announcement. So it will be a little bit different than last Friday of next month. But you know what? You can find me at stephenthemedium.com. You can sign up for my classes. Well, Jenny is someone like Jenny, not saying Jenny, even though I love Jenny to take a class with me, but oh my God, that girl, wow, she was connected. So I'm going to leave everybody with a lot of love. I hope you have a great, great weekend, and thank you for letting me do this. Elites, thank you, and we will be back next Friday with your show, Get a Grip with Coach Elix, where we swap, and I am the co-host, right?
That's right.
Of love to everyone, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.